Good evening. I am Ron Mariazeta, Assistant Growth Group Leader of Connect Agents of Grace. We are a growth group under the Connect Cluster here in GCF. Connect Cluster is GCF's ministry to the call center or BPO industry. I marked my calendar last 20th and 21st of February for Connect Leaders Retreat in Balay, Indang, Cavite. It was a memorable experience for me indeed. On top of the serene place where nature cools down your senses, it's where you can say God called you this time and in this place for a purpose. We were asked by our dear pastor to detach ourselves from our daily routine and to fully commune with God in solitude. Whenever I recall the event, it was really indescribable, wherein I'm having difficulty choosing the right words while I'm writing this testimonial letter to you, my brethren. God touched my heart that time in these passages in 1 Peter 5, 2-6, saying, "Shepherd the flock that is among you, exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you, not for shameful gain, but eagerly, not domineering over those in charge, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive the unfading crown of glory. Likewise, you who are younger, be subject to the elders. Clothe yourselves all of you with humility toward one another. For God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that at the proper time He may exalt you." Loving God means following His commands, as stated as well in 1 John 5:3. "For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not burdensome." God used the retreat to wrap me further on His leading through His words on the Scriptures. He asked me more on my availability versus my readiness. Even though that I'm the assistant leader of our growth group, He teaches me more to be a servant to others. The challenge to be available for Christ extends beyond my relationship in the growth group. It also includes my willingness to be the bearer of the character of Christ in my workplace. As a professional working in the BPO industry, God made me more sensitive to the needs of our clients that we deal with on a regular basis. He let me focus further on exceeding my clients' expectations and drive for excellence, since as I serve and consider them better than myself, I'm pleasing my God. In dealing with my coworkers, especially my new colleagues in the office, God used the retreat in serving my co-employees better as we share each other stories and relationship experiences. It opened the opportunity to share with them my testimony, which include my personal encounter with Jesus Christ and His gospel, putting Christ as the center of our respective relationships, encouraging others to worship every Sunday and the like. As stated too in Philippians 2, 3-4, "Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interests of others." As I continue with the words of God, also unveiled to me this passage too on verse 7 and 8 of the same chapter, "But emptied Himself by taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men, and being found in human form. He humbled Himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross." By loving God and loving others, we share His great commission. I therefore encourage everyone to continue as well our part on this mandate still, and be equipped to these modern times and to take on new biblical paradigms to live effectively as light and salt that impacts your spheres for God's glory by attending to this 12th of March, Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Auditorium B, entitled Empowered to Influence, with our special speaker, Ken Chua, businessman and the author of the same book. Registration is ongoing right after the service at the lobby. Thank you, and God bless.